Venezuelan opposition leader Juan Guaidó has vowed at a rally in the capital Caracas to ensure humanitarian aid blocked by President Nicolas Maduro is brought into the country. Mr. Guaidó said new collection points and routes into the country would allow volunteers to bring the aid in. Mr. Maduro told the BBC he would not allow aid in, claiming it was a means for the US to intervene in Venezuela. Venezuelans are facing drastic food shortages amid an economic crisis. We have almost 300,000 Venezuelans who will die if the aid doesn't enter. There are almost 2 million at health risk, said Mr. Guaidó at the rally on Tuesday. Mr. Guaidó, who has been recognized by the US and most Western governments as interim president of Venezuela, told his supporters in the capital that humanitarian aid would be brought into Venezuela on 23 February. Envoys for Mr. Guaidó met with Brazilian officials this week and announced plans to create a second aid storage hub in the state of Roraima, on Venezuela's southeastern border. Mr. Guaidó appeared to be relying on volunteers. He called on 250,000 people who signed up online to organize themselves over the weekend, because we're going to have to go in caravans. US humanitarian aid trucks arrived last week at the Colombian border city of Cucuta but were stopped at the Chinditas Bridge, which has been blocked by Venezuelan troops. Mr. Maduro still enjoys widespread support among the Venezuelan population and the loyalty of the military, and his leftist government is backed by Russia and China. But he is under growing national and international pressure to call early presidential elections, amid accusations of widespread corruption and human rights violations under his leadership. Mr. Guaidó last week offered an amnesty to military personnel who break with Mr. Maduro, telling them that refusing to allow in aid is a crime against humanity. Speaking to the BBC's All-Again, Mr. Maduro called US President Donald Trump's government a gang of extremists and blamed America for his country's crisis. Mr. Maduro said he didn't